Good afternoon. Yesterday, I asked you a question that do you think we stand a chance of taking William Ruto home? And somebody answered that since the opposition has got the numbers, and numbers don't lie, that they do stand a chance of taking William Ruto home. And this is my answer. My answer is a big no. And the reason I'm telling you that is a big no, is because election is a process. That is one thing that you have to know. And when I say that election is a process, I simply mean that election is being controlled by the judiciary, IBC, police, and the intelligence. And when you look at those institutions, those four institutions have been captured by William Ruto. So definitely William Ruto controls the process up to now. It's not an event, a process. So William Ruto has managed to bring the country back the factory setting, that is tribal politics. For us to take William Ruto home, we needed two things, either through civilian coup or maybe through ballot box, but through a political wave that was going to disrupt the electoral system of this country. The situation that even if he was going to try to manipulate the votes, he was not going to manage that. But by him bringing us back to tribal politics, he has managed to do away with all those two things. So he's going to leverage on that. And just a minute, I'm going to explain to you how he's going to use them. But I want to tell you this: our politics is being controlled by the three things. One is we tend to vote along our tribal lines. That is ethnic solidarity, and this has affected mostly the Kikuyus. Kikuyus vote using their emotions. They tie their emotions to the voting, and they've always voted against Raila Odinga. And the second thing that control our election is the past historical injustices that Luos have always felt to be the victims of. Luos have always felt to be marginalized for the longest time since opposition. And maybe the last thing that has been the constant factor, that is Raila Odinga, for the longest time, maybe over 3 decades. So those three things control our elections. And William Ruto knew very well that if we bring us back to tribal politics, he can use that to re-elect himself. And this is how he's going to use it. Now, let me give you a parallel story. In 2007, Kibaki was a weak candidate, and everybody knew that Raila Odinga was going to win, was going to floor him down. And perhaps that happened. But at the end of the day, Kibaki won that election. And he won that election through these two things. One, Kibaki identified strategic blocks that could give him votes. And two, he captured institutions that were counting and announcing results. And sometimes I do tell people that those people who count votes sometimes do decide everything. And those who cast their votes decide nothing. And that's it. And that's how Kibaki managed to elect himself. And at the end of the day, Kalonzo supported him. And that was it. So I don't know if it's a coincidence. Yesterday I told you that William Ruto is trying to mimic that, and is trying to come back with the Pentagon team. The corridors of power have got this rumor that Rigathi Gachagua and Uhuru Kenyatta might have a handshake and might decide to bury the hatchet completely so that they can come up with the one candidate that is most likely to be Kalonzo Musyoka or Matiangi. But I don't know if this is a coincidence. It's going to happen that the team that were in PNU, or the voting blocks that voted for PNU by then, are likely to vote for the Wamunyoro team. And the team that voted for the Pentagon team is likely to vote for William Ruto. And the constant factor that has been there is Raila Odinga. And the change that has been there is this time around the Pentagon team are the one that are having the government. I don't know if it's a coincidence, or I don't know if it's something that William Ruto is trying to create. But one thing that I know, if he can leverage on a revenge mission and tie that to his re-election, then he's going to manage it. So that's my take. Have a good day.